Imagine harvesting fresh food from your garden without planting again and again. Most vegetables give you one harvest, then you start over. But some plants work differently. They can stay alive, regrow, and keep giving you food season after season. Today, we're counting down 7 amazing plants that can turn your garden into a repeat food-producing system. And number 1 has a fascinating secret hiding underground. Number 7, chives. It might look like nothing more than a small herb, but they can become one of the most dependable repeat harvests in your garden. Once established, chives continuously produce new green leaves during their growing season. And the best part is how you harvest them. You don't pull the entire plant from the soil. Instead, simply cut the leaves you need, leaving the roots and the rest of the plant in place. With the right conditions, new leaves grow back, allowing you to return for another harvest. That means one small clump of chives can provide fresh flavor over and over again. You can use those leaves in potatoes, soups, salads, eggs, sauces, and countless other dishes. Even the flowers have a use. Chive blossoms are edible and can add a mild onion-like flavor to food. And you don't need a huge garden to grow them. A container on a balcony, patio, or sunny windowsill can be enough. The biggest mistake is harvesting too aggressively. Don't treat chives like a one-time vegetable. Think of them as a living herb supply. Cut what you need, leave the plant established, and let it grow again. But our next plant takes repeated growth to another level. Number 6, mint. It is famous for something gardeners sometimes consider a problem. It doesn't want to stop growing. Once established, mint can produce fresh stems and leaves repeatedly throughout the growing season. You can harvest the leaves for tea, desserts, sauces, salads, drinks, and other recipes, while the plant continues producing new growth. And this makes mint incredibly useful for anyone who wants a garden that keeps giving. Cut some today, let the plant recover, return later, harvest again. The cycle continues, but there is a reason many gardeners recommend growing mint in a container. Under favorable conditions, mint can spread rapidly through underground stems and become difficult to control. In other words, its aggressive growth is exactly what makes it such a reliable repeat producer. Instead of constantly planting new mint from seed, you can maintain an established plant and harvest from it again and again. Just give it enough light, adequate moisture, and room to grow. And if you think mint is productive, wait until you see what our next plant can do. Number 5, asparagus. It is completely different from the typical vegetables you plant for a single season. This is a long-term investment. You establish an asparagus bed, allow the plants to develop strong underground crowns, and eventually those crowns begin producing new edible spears year after year. And here's the fascinating part. The asparagus you eat isn't the entire plant. You're harvesting young shoots as they emerge from the ground. Those tender spears can be harvested during the appropriate season, while the plant remains alive underground. Once properly established, an asparagus bed can remain productive for many years. That's a major difference from crops that require complete replanting every season. But patience is important. Young asparagus plants need time to establish their underground root systems. If you harvest too heavily too early, you can weaken the plant and reduce its future productivity. Once established, however, those underground crowns become a recurring food-producing system. You plant once and potentially harvest for many seasons. And we're only halfway through, because the next plant hides its food underground. Number 4, Jerusalem artichoke, it also known as sunchoke, might look like a sunflower from above. But underneath the soil, something much more interesting is happening. The plant develops edible underground tubers. And those tubers can help the plant return year after year. When you harvest Jerusalem artichokes, you don't necessarily have to remove every single tuber. Small pieces left underground can potentially produce new plants during the next growing season. It's almost like the garden is hiding the next crop beneath your feet. You harvest the tubers you want, leave some behind, and under suitable conditions, new growth can emerge. This is one reason Jerusalem artichoke can become such a persistent food-producing plant. But there is a catch. It can spread aggressively, so you need to think carefully about where you plant it. Give it a controlled area, and its ability to return from underground tubers can become a major advantage. The plant dies back above ground, but the underground system can remain ready for another cycle. And our next plant has another remarkable way of coming back. Number 3. Rhubarb. It is one of those plants that makes you realize how different perennial food crops can be. Instead of planting a completely new crop every year, you establish a rhubarb plant and allow its root system to develop. Then, during its growing season, it produces those thick, colorful stalks that are commonly used in pies, sauces, jams, and desserts. When harvesting, you don't destroy the entire plant. You remove mature stalks while leaving the rest of the plant and its underground root system intact. That root system continues supporting new growth. Then, when the next growing season arrives, the plant can return and produce another harvest. A mature rhubarb plant can therefore become a dependable recurring source of food. But there is one rule you should never ignore. The stalks are the part commonly eaten. The leaves should not be consumed. That simple distinction makes proper harvesting especially important. And now we're getting closer to the plants that can turn a garden into a genuine long-term food system. Number 2. Perennial kale. When most people hear the word kale, they imagine a seasonal vegetable that needs to be replanted. But certain perennial kale varieties can work very differently. Instead of growing a plant for one short season and starting over, perennial forms can remain productive for multiple seasons. You harvest the leaves you need while leaving the growing plant in place. Then, as the plant continues growing, it produces more leaves. That creates a completely different relationship with your garden. You're not constantly replacing the plant. You're maintaining it. And every new batch of leaves becomes another potential harvest. For gardeners interested in reducing the amount of replanting they have to do, perennial greens can be incredibly valuable. They can provide a recurring source of edible leaves while occupying the same growing space for much longer than a typical annual crop. But our number 1 plant reveals perhaps the most surprising example of how food can come back from what remains underground. Number 1. Potato. Now, before you object, potatoes are normally grown as annual crops, and that's absolutely true. But here's where things get interesting. Potatoes produce their food underground in the form of tubers. During harvest, it's possible for small potatoes to remain hidden beneath the soil. And under suitable conditions, those leftover tubers can survive and sprout again. The result: a new potato plant can emerge without you deliberately planting another seed. This doesn't mean potatoes should be treated exactly like true perennial plants. Instead, they demonstrate an important principle of repeat food production. Sometimes, the next crop is already waiting underground. The green plant above the soil may disappear completely, but the underground tuber can remain capable of producing new growth. And that's the hidden power behind many food-producing plants. The visible part of a plant isn't always the whole story. Roots, crowns, rhizomes, bulbs, and tubers can store energy and help plants survive from one growing cycle to another. That's why the best recurring food gardens aren't necessarily about planting more and more every year. They're about choosing plants that can keep producing, keep returning, or keep regenerating from established structures. Sometimes, the smartest garden isn't the one you have to keep planting. It's the one that keeps coming back.